Hey, what's going on, guys? Shirk back in once again with another Evil Dead character review. Today we'll be reviewing Ed Gentley, which is my favorite hunter, was very underrated, and I started playing him as a meme, but then I found out he is actually really freaking good. He is my second character, fully maxed level 25, right after Henry the Red. And without further ado, by the way, I love this character a lot, let's get into his abilities. His active skill is It's a Trap, which has a duration of 40 seconds, so very freaking long, cooldown of 60 seconds. And basically, it gives him a unique flashlight that allows you to disable demon traps. This is one of the two his ability right here and the passive at the end, Collector, are the things that make him busted, in my opinion. It is really good to be able to disable the demon traps. I know that you can disable the environment traps, and I think you can disable the portals as well and the jump scares that the demon can place down, but I'm not fully sure about that. But yep, It's a Trap. His unique flashlight is freaking broken. For 40 seconds you can literally run around and just disable traps, and that cuts the demon's ability to do stuff like in half. Really good specifically on objective points like the pages and the dagger, which of course, you know, that's what you're going to want to do with Ed Gentley. You're going to want to run around on the dark ones or the pages and dagger and disable all the traps while your teammates, you know, defend and do the stuff. And once you got the traps disabled and or your timers, you know, run out and you're on cooldown again, that's when, you know, you focus the dark ones or, you know, deal with the basic units for the pages and the dagger, and of course the elite units and the boss. That's when you know, help your teammates with stuff like that. His first passive is Enduring Light, which increases the battery life of your flashlight. This is his worst passive. You're rarely going to run out of flashlight energy in any game, as it is with any other character. So it's like the 100% battery life increase is nice, but it's not amazing. You know, there could definitely be better passives. His level 10 passive is Weapon Mastery Crossbow. Crossbow's faster attack speed, deals increased damage overall, dismemberment, balance, health. So he wants to use a crossbow, which is not that good of a weapon unless if you are good with it. There is a skill gap with using the crossbow. If you can land your shots, it's good. If you can't, then you're better off using a blunderbuss. And his final ability, when you max him out, is the Collector, which is his second best thing that makes him freaking broken, which increases the chance for defeated enemies to drop items, and improves the chance of finding higher rarity crates. When you play maxed out with a maxed out Ed, you're way more likely to find a bunch of blues and purple crates. Really nice with the occasional legendary crate, like more often, which is great for you and your team, because not only can you get higher rarity weapons, both melee and ranged, but you can also get more pink F, so you can upgrade yourself faster. And the faster you upgrade your survivor and your team does, upgrading their survivors, the harder it will be for the demon to win. So, you know, Collector, broken perk. So there's two builds for his tree that I'd like to go over. One is a build that is basically was shown in a video by a fellow YouTuber. He has way more subs than me, and he only covers Evil Dead as far as I know. But Sledge, I basically looked at this, and this is like a revamped version. But I do still have a damage version, right? I have a damage version that I use to get him to level 25, so I'll put either in a pinned comment or in the description, link to Sledge. He covers Evil Dead like a whole lot. Recommend him. He's a great guy. But here's sort of the way his build was set up with Ed Gentley, and I'm going to quickly go over with that, and I'll also go over the changes that if you want to go like the more damage focused build that I had originally went. So right here, long shot, you want 1 into that, increases the range of ranged weapons. You want to max out hollow point to increase your weapon damage. You're going to want 1 point into staying power, 3 into artful dodger, And here's the reason behind this. I had originally gotten 3 into staying power and 1 into Artful Dodger because I thought increasing my maximum stamina would be better. But, you know, there's 15% when you max it out, bonus from level 2 to level 3, and there is also for here. But the way that he had described it, if you put 3 points into staying power and 3 points into Artful Dodger, you get 7 dodges. But if you put 1 point into staying power, 3 points into Artful Dodger, you get 6 dodges. And I think I was getting roughly around maybe 4 or 5 dodges with max out staying power, 1 into Artful Dodger. So basically the best bang for your buck is 3 into Artful Dodger, 1 into staying power, because that is 4 for 6 instead of 4 for 5 with the way that I was running it originally, or 6 points for 7. Just only using 4 points for 6 dodges is the best option. And he has 1 point into Deadly Up Close, and this is a must for both his build and my build and hunters in general. Last chance. You want to max it out. It increases the damage dealt by the last bullet in the gun. And this is the reason why hunters usually want to pick up the shotgun that has 2 shots. I think it's like the double barrel is what it is. Or the blunderbuss with 1 shot, or the crossbow with 1 shot, is because of this. So that way you, with the 1-shot weapons, you always have your increased damage. And with the 2-shot, you know, your second bullet's doing increased damage. Definitely max this out no matter what. 3 points into Fear No Evil for a 20% fear reduction. 3 points into Stopping Power to increase the balance board damage with your ranged weapons. This is really good right now because of the basic unit possession meta. You want to break their balance bars really fast, unlock them, and, you know, to get them out of the way. Specifically with Henrietta players that possess basic units. 1 point into Firm Grip, which reduces the recoil of ranged weapons. Recoil is hardly a thing. It's like not a thing at all if you use a 1-shot weapon. You know, you get that shot and that's it. You get no like follow-up recoil. So it's just not that good, but the only reason we'd be doing that is because you'd be speccing into the bottom tree and you want to get Wig Splitter, which increases headshot damage. Now, for the build that I had ran up to level 25, it was more of a damage-focused build. So, if you want to go on the more damage-focused build, here's what you do, and what you take away from this build to make it. First off, you'd want to put 3 into Divide and Conquer over Stopping Power, which increases dismemberment damage of ranged weapons. You will also want to max out Deadly Up Close to increase the ranged weapon damage of targets within a certain area, which that will cost you 2 points of Fear No Evil. And the final point of Fear No Evil plus Firm Grip, you would go into Surgical Strike to reduce the spread of ranged weapons. Reducing the spread of ranged weapons is definitely better in my opinion than reducing the recoil. So if you want a full damage build, you know, remove 3 from here, put 3 into here, remove 3 from here, put 1 into here, put 2 into here, remove 1 from here, and put it into here to max out that. So those are the 2 builds that I use for Ed Gentley. And we shall go into the Pink F upgrades to, you know, show you what I personally prefer when using Pink F to upgrade Ed Gentley. While we go into that, I will talk about the weapons real fast that he'll want for ranged weapons. This typical hunter, if you have last chance, you're definitely going to want the crossbow or the blunderbuss. You might lean more towards the crossbow because he is, you know, mastery in crossbow, especially if you can land your shots better. Then that is definitely the option. Double barrel shotgun's very nice. For melee weapons, any good melee weapon, you're going to want to give it to your warrior unless if he is
This is Professor Raymond Noble.
Already having a good weapon.
History will reflect that I am the
because you're a hunter, you're going to focus more on range than melee. I personally prefer the machete or the improvised spear as the sort of melee that I get. Improvised spear for more range. Machete because machete is overall really good.
For pieces of my map. It contains the location
for the
of the
Pink F,
required to banish
you're going to want to max stamina or range depending on how the game is going. If you're split up, stamina. If you're being harassed by the demon more than anybody else, stamina. Otherwise, you're going to want range for the damage, and also the level 5 to reduce reload speed reduction. Really freaking nice, especially if you're using the crossbow or blunderbuss, because those have slow reloads. You're going to, of course, maybe want 1 point at the start into shield. or you're going to want to max out shield as third if you have a good support, like a good Cheryl or like Pablo in general, because shield is really, really nice and the supports can give you that. Otherwise, you want to spec into fear third, which if you spec into fear third, you'll spec into shield fourth. If you spec into shield third, you're spec into fear fourth, because that gives you a 30% fear reduction. That combined with fear no evil with this build is like a 50% damage reduction, 50% fear reduction. And also, if you're running a leader that is Arthur or leader Ash, that can literally go up to 60 to 90% fear reduction. Your, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 5th and 6th upgrade is kind of like up to you if you want. I personally want more melee damage over health, because I'm squishy anyway, and it's nice to have the extra damage if I run out of ammo. But if you want to be more tanky or you're being harassed more, you might want to go to health. Both upgrades suck, so that's only a 7% melee damage increase, and that's only 50 max health. But, you know, it kind of just depends on the situation. If you get the extra pink buff, you might as well continue to upgrade it all the way to the max. Now, the way that you want to play Ed Gentley is, for one, you know, you're going to want to make use of his flashlight. So if you hear the demon, or you're entering a place that has a lot of traps, you're just going to want to hit the ability button and run into it and disable the traps. Like this house, there's usually be a trap here, and this ability is insane. I could literally be right here, and it will still hit part of that room. If you're with somebody and the demon's on you, and you're moving forward, and you have your ability, what you're going to basically want to do with that is be in front of your teammate, so you can disable the traps so they don't accidentally trigger the traps, and either spawn a minion and or get fear applied to them and possibly you as well. This ability is also really good for one key factor, and that's the Necronomicon pages and the Kentarian Dagger. When that starts, you're basically, if you have your ability, you're going to want to pop it and run around to disable all the traps within the area of the Kentarian Dagger or the pages. You're also going to want to do the same for the dark ones, disable the traps in the general vicinity of your teammates. You could run around if you want to, but usually, specifically if you want to support, like if you have a support, you're going to want to stay by them, so their shimps and their amulets will work on you as well. So basically, you're going to want to have the flashlight on the dark ones, disable the traps near your teammates. You're going to want to disable all the traps on the Necronomicon pages and the Kentarian Dagger. Screw over the demon, cut their resources in half, and and then the Necronomicon, you know, you might want to go ahead and do that, like in the general area of the Necronomicon as well. But by then, it's usually over. If you get to the Necronomicon with a full team, you're very likely going to win, unless if the demon's really high leveled. And that's basically the gist of how you play Ed Gentley. Was very underrated. Now, you know, is getting some love. Love this character a lot. Definitely up there with Henry as one of my favorites. In my opinion, the best hunter in the game. And he'll only get better, you know, if they nerf Army of Darkness Ash, and if they nerf the basic unit possession spam. Then he would just get better and be more likely to be picked. So yeah. If you want to see some gameplay with Ed, make sure to let me know in the comments. I can upload a video or do a stream where I can answer questions about Ed, and we can just sit there and chat while playing some Evil Dead. I hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more Evil Dead videos and maybe some streams, and you did enjoy this and you found this helpful, by all means, make sure to hit this video with a like. While you're at it, if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe. Really helps. I heavily appreciate it. And also, hit the notification bell if you want to, so that way you do not miss out on another video, stream, guide, etc. for this game or any other game. Catch you all in the next one.